Hey Taurus, welcome to the Cosmic Jackal Tarot. I'm your host Mirage. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your 2024 yearly forecast reading. So I've been gone for a very long time. It wasn't intentional. Most of the time it's really not when that happens, but yeah, I've been trying to get my mental health together and did not want to contaminate any of the readings I was doing. So I just took some time to just adventure with myself and, do some, like soul searching and things like that. And now I have to, well, speaking of soul searching, I had someone staying here that, I really cared about and I had a good time with. It wasn't like that. We weren't dating or nothing, but they were stealing from me and they stole my candle torches. They stole like one of my pen caps. They stole like toilet paper. All these are petty things, but two things I just don't deal with, like lying and stealing, amongst other things that are really serious too, don't get me wrong, but that was just one of those things. When they left, they were being ugly about it. I did have to kick them out, and even when they left, it was just trifling. So and this year, one of my biggest things is just to make sure that I'm not being too nice and I'm being stern with your boundaries. Stern with my boundaries. But I think that's something you guys should be doing too, Taurus, because you can be so kind and so generous, but sometimes with y'all, you burn yourself at both ends of the candle. All right. So that would be why I'm using matches. I just haven't gone out to get more candle torches, and I'm not the best with them. I tend to burn myself, but it is what it is. So let's get started. We're going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck to see how your journey will unfold. What are you meant to learn? Like what's coming towards you? Some spiritual advice for your higher consciousness to keep you on your path of divinity. All that good stuff. I also want to announce on my vlog channel that I am doing 420, smoke and story time sessions where I just talk about goofy things that have happened in my personal life and, various experiences. So if you guys are interested in that, my vlog channel and my gaming channel, because I'm actually on Twitch nowadays too, they'll both be in all my links, but I'll try to put the channels separately so y'all know which is which. But it is labeled. I just feel like some people have a hard time. All right, so you have Eagle. So some of you could have been born on the 1st, the 6th, the 7th, or the 16th of April. But the Eagle is all about taking flight, going for freedom. Not being afraid to make that dive and, aim for the kill. You guys are very observant. You have good aerial vision. You tend to see the bigger picture in things, whereas most people just kind of screw up and focus on the smaller details of, the bigger picture. Basically, you see all sides, whereas some people just get caught up in, well, I wouldn't do that, or but that doesn't make sense, and maybe from a different perspective it does. So good on you. I think some of you are just taking charge and setting yourself free from things that used to hold you back, and soaring and letting your wings carry you to where you gotta go. But you see how the eagle is descending? So I think some of you are you have your eyes on the prize for something, to start a new home, even the journey in itself, just changing some things about how you have been doing some self-reflections, like why do you keep certain people around? Why do you keep applying to certain jobs? And it's always the end result, like you're just never happy, that sort of thing. So we're going to pull, oh wait, no, hold on, I'm one deck ahead. But I want to warn you guys that these readings that I'm doing for the yearly forecast, they're going to be long because I'm pulling one card per month. But not every single deck am I going to do that to. Just, some of them. Dude, we just had this really crazy storm and it was cold as fuck yesterday throughout today. Now all of a sudden my room is just hot as hell. They just fixed the AC and I think it's broken again because I don't feel anything coming in this room. All right, so you have New Moon in Aries. Go for it. For some of you, you're starting this manifestation a little bit it's either you already started or you just put your toe in the water to just kind of test everything. But I think for some of you, you're like, yeah, why didn't I do this sooner? And you're just seeing where it takes you. It's still too soon to say for certain how it's going, just that you know, if you have your mind on it and it's been bugging you for a while, and it, you know, if it gets you closer to your dream life or your goals or whatever you got going for you, then yeah, don't hold yourself back. So now we're going to use the Cosmic Tarot, or the Cosmic Insights Tarot. I don't really know its actual name anymore, because it, like, on the box it says something different, and on the cards it says this. Like, it's so weird to me. Okay, that's one. Give me 1 second. I'll put on some deodorant, because I can literally smell myself. Like, that's how warm it's getting in my room. All right. Damn. As I'm putting these down, y'all might want to look at Sagittarius's reading or Aries' reading, only because I haven't done Leo yet. But yeah, like, I'm gonna tell y'all why in just a second. But they both have these cards here that I'm like, maybe they're reading. You were in it. Like, I don't know. Because they were dealing with some kind of earth sign. At least I know for a fact that Sagittarius was, but I think with Cancer, they were having a hard time sharing the spotlight, you know, just being kind of me, mine. And that's never a good time, but it happens all the time. That's crazy. This one card that I put down, I'm gonna tell y'all which one I laughed at. Okay, we need 3 more. I hope you've been doing well, Taurus. I hope you've been enjoying your holidays. I meant to say that earlier, but yeah. These have been rough times, but I do see that 2024 is going to be a really good and prosperous year, even if for some, you know, all you're meant to do is just learn a lesson and change things around in life. It's still, you know, a step in a different direction. Okay. So, first in January, you have fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, it could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, that, you know, maybe you have started dating a fire sign. It could be that it's just all about this card right here, you know, go for it, like making a change. Like, some of you could just be taking action to a lot of things and taking on this fire sign energy, because fire signs, they're not about like making plans and dreaming. They get up and they do. Like, they set out to what they want and they don't let anything hold them back. In February, we have Gold Digger. This is why I'm saying you might want to look into Sagittarius's reading, because they had a Gold Digger, but the Gold Digger seemed to be an earth sign, and it seems like they left that earth sign for a water sign is what it looked like. That was kind of weird, but I mean, I don't know if y'all been following the saga of Pisces, Scorpio, and Sag. Like, they always have something going around with them. I don't know. When I do their readings, it's just funny. But yeah, beware, especially because it's Valentine's Day. And it's funny because I think Sagittarius had the Gold Digger in the same month. So, you know, just make sure that people are wanting to be with you because of you and not what you can provide, or because, you know, they're just settling, like they're holding on to you while they're waiting for somebody else to respond, or seeing how things go with them. I don't know. In March, you have Caution. Find out more information. Do not overwork yourself. So yeah, just make sure that you are taking into account everything that goes on at that time. Definitely double check contracts and read the fine print and paperwork. Make sure that you're not signing on anything that's, you know, suspicious or scammy, all that sort of stuff. Just definitely double check things. In April, we have Vacation. You will be traveling soon. So it could be that, like, maybe even if you're not going like somewhere big, like you know, outside of your state or internationally, some of you could be taking road trips because it's spring. or having a sit down at home. Like some of you could be using PTO to chill with your significant other. Or you could be taking yourself out somewhere. You know, sometimes you are bae, it depends. But yeah, for those of my singles, like some of you might just be traveling during April to see new sights, or have a staycation just to kind of get to know your area a little bit better. Maybe you're just taking in the idea of doing different activities. So, you know, however it resonates. Just keep in mind that in April there will be a Mercury retrograde. So just be careful, you know, when going out and about. In May we have give it time, everything in divine timing, let things go. No, I'm sorry, everything is divine timing. Yeah, let things go. So if you're trying to rush for something, or you're getting fretful because you're not getting an answer, or it feels like you've just been waiting forever for something to move forward, it's just that now isn't the time. And that happens in May, whether it's something romantic or you're waiting on confirmation for something like a new job or whatever. Just pace yourself. It's coming, just not right that time. And then in June you have confession. Someone has something to tell you. Beware, because this could be two things. It could be like that thing where it's like give it time. That's what you were waiting on. Some of you may have been ghosted during vacation or after vacation. Like, you know, if you made plans and your partner isn't responding, and you know, you spent all the money, or they spent the money, you have your ticket and everything. It's just like, well, do I go, or like what happened? And then, you know, give it time. But I feel like this person may just start telling you like, hey, I found someone else, or hey, sorry, you know, I got cold feet. If it's nothing romantic, it could be that thing you were waiting on, you know, that new job or something. They may be like, oh, hey, sorry it took so long. You know, we had like an issue with HR, or, you know, we were trying to hire you, but then like your paperwork got mixed up with something, or I've been at a job once where I got hired on somewhere, and I got the notification that, yeah, they were going to take me in. But I had no idea they interviewed someone that had the same first and last name with me, and they meant to keep that person. And of course, yeah, they were white. Like I have a white girl name is what I've been told. But, you know, they saw me and everything went great, but they were like, yeah, we meant to, and they didn't even sugarcoat it. It was here. It was like up the street from my house in Florida. You know, they're like, oh, well, you know, there's another, I'm not going to put my government name out there, but there's another one, and we meant to hire the white one. And I just kind of stood there, and then they realized what they said, and I'm like, oh, no, that's fine. And I left. And, you know, they were like, well, sorry. I mean, like, you know, you did good on the interview. Like, maybe next time. It's just that we only need, like, one person. And I'm like, nah, it's cool. Whatever. Sometimes doors that close aren't missed opportunities. They're just, like, an insight into what could go horribly wrong if you stay focused on it. Or stay wanting it, and it might not be what you actually want. It just looked and sounded good. Next, we have they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon in July. So this is Ghost Bae, is what I'm going to call them. They pop back around. They realize like they'd rather work things out with you. They enjoy spending time with you. Just, you know, maybe they just, again, they got cold feet. Or they thought something was going to work with someone else. Or maybe they're having a hard time dealing with someone else and cutting things off so that they can give you their full time and attention, especially if they're coming from like a divorce or a separation. I know a lot of times we get upset like, well, if you really love me, you just leave that person. But think about it. Would you really want to just jump into something new with someone that just leaves someone on a whim and acts like they didn't matter? Or what the time that they shared with that person didn't matter? People grieve in their own ways, but you know, while a person is getting their closure, you despite like how they're getting it, you don't get a say in that. That's for them only. And if that bothers you, you're probably going to want to find someone that's just readily available. Yeah, just be respectful and don't rush someone to leave what they got going on to be with you, because like even then, like think about it. Said person might get mad and just be like, you know, okay, well, if you can't respect the fact that I just need time and I'm not ready for a relationship, like, yeah, I want to be with you, but I still gotta heal. Otherwise, I'll bring my past into what we got going on, and obviously, you don't want that. But then in August, we have someone else in reverse. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. So I think, like, yeah, there was someone that was in the way, that they were, you know, they were trying to cut things off with, and it didn't go well. And again, you know, if this person is or was married with kids, you know, if they were coming from a separation, or better yet, even if they were widowed and they're just trying to, you know, put things together and figure out their life. I mean, you know, obviously when people get widowed, they need some time, and some of them more time than others. But, you know, don't rush to be with someone. Don't sit there and make like what they're going through about you. Like, give it time. And if it's meant to be, you know, that time you took to just kind of, well, hey, I'm around, but if you need to talk or anything, I'm here, versus why aren't you returning my phone calls, like blah, 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 blah. You know, make sure you're being kind to the person. If you really feel in your mind what they're doing is bullshit, then go find someone else. Again, like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Next, we have liar in reverse. Be careful of someone sneaky. But I feel like in September, you know, like, something is going to be clarified. It could be that maybe you were lying to yourself about something for like the longest time. It could be like something like intuition based, or it could have been something that you were just trying to get yourself to believe, like almost delusionally, and then boom, somebody bursts your bubble. But like I said, whatever it is, like, it comes to light. Like, you're going to be given the truth in something, or something is going to be clarified. It might not even be that someone comes and tells you something. It might be something you witness, or you see enough of a pattern and you're like, okay, so that's what that is. In October, we have health. Health issues could arise. So just be mindful, especially as we're getting into the colder seasons, you're dealing with your health. Make sure that you are getting enough fluids, exercising, you know, the 5 food groups, and also make sure that you are above all dealing with your mental and emotional health. Like, if not your physical, like the other 2 things, you know, being healthy doesn't always mean eating good and exercising. Sometimes it's about, you know, how do you deal with being alone? How do you deal with being other people? How do you cope when things don't go your way? This thing is like, hold on. Oh, no. Check that out. I feel like every sign has gotten love spells so far. What the fuck? Okay. So in November, you have love spell. You've been bewitched. Now, love spell doesn't necessarily have to mean that someone put a love spell on you. Like, you could be feeling very deep in love with your partner at this time and loving how things are going. Or it could be that someone has an unhealthy attachment to you, and they keep trying to find ways to like sneak into your energy, like sending you, you know how like, even if it's someone who doesn't like you, they keep trying to send you like these ridiculous like messages through fake accounts, or trying to call you through somebody else's phone, or text you through somebody else's phone, like trying to do the sneakiest of things. So you have no choice but to think of them and deal with them. And they feel like if they bother you enough, like, you know, that's their key ticket to getting your energy, or getting like you to respond. So beware of that. And it, again, like, sometimes when people hate us, they secretly love us. And that's not me trying to be delusional. And in all seriousness, sometimes when it comes down to why a person keeps trying to get your attention, they might secretly like you, but they hate that they like you, and they're convinced there's nothing special about you. But I mean, you know, for Hey Arnold, look at Helga. That was a trip. So you might have like kind of a secret admirer, but they trying to, you know, get you to believe like it's not that deep, but whatever. Or that they can't stand you and you're going to go into a pitfall of destruction. And it's like, bro, chill. In December, you have challenges. Make a decision, work on inner healing. So yeah, in December, especially because that's like, you know, where the holiday season gets massively intense. You may be called to do things that before weren't, like, I don't want to say impossible, like that were impossible, not weren't, but, you know, you might get a headache trying to keep things in order. Or there's going to be things that challenge you to do things different, you know. And then it's going to, what happens next after that is going to decide on how well you handle being in the hot seat. So, You know, if this is you working things out with a partner, congrats. I don't see it going sour, just that like there might be a little bit of drama in there, but you got it. Like, I'm not even worried about it. Okay, so we're gonna pull one card from the Mermaid Tarot deck to see how the theme of 2024 is gonna go for you. Damn, that was fast. All right, you have Six of Wands. Some of you are charging into victory, or preparing for victory at least, and you got a whole entourage behind you ready to support you and guide you and mentor you, whatever you need, so long as you just focus on your dream and you live a little bit of it each and every day. Like, we can't always just jump into our dream life, you know what I mean? But you know, if like for this person, if you want to be a singer, make sure that you're doing vocal lessons, make sure that you're doing things to take care of your throat, make sure that you're practicing every single day. Make sure that you're getting the necessary equipment, that you're booking studio time and trying to work on making collabs, and where, you know, not audition, but do you want to be signed? Do you want to be independent? Like, can you get into a like a music fest? Maybe you can blow up that way. Again, like, do things step by step. You don't always have to like just jump into your dream reality. It happens when it's meant to. All right, so we're gonna do the 12-month spread with the Tarot of the Divine, and then we're going to clarify with my Modern Spellcasters Tarot deck, and then we're gonna end with the Super Attractor deck there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I just need one more. You have a lot of reversals, like a lot of reversals. What the hell, Taurus? I just need one more. All right. Don't click off because we haven't clarified yet, but this is kind of, even I'm concerned, to be honest with you. In the very beginning, January, you had the Ace of Wands in reverse. How did you start off the new year just throwing away a whole bunch of opportunities and stuff, or turning a blind eye, or just like forfeiting it altogether? Just like kind of, yeah, I know I applied for this career and it's my dream career, but I'm not going to get it anyway, so I'm not even going to answer the phone call, or I'm not going to check my email. I'm not even going to go to the interview. I'm not even going to show up. Or better yet, maybe I just didn't really want to apply. I'm going to tell them it was a mistake. Like, what happened? Why are you avoiding happiness here, or an opportunity for something new? And then in February, we have Page of Cups in reverse. Emotional unstableness. Some of you may be acting out and giving like these wild outbursts, like kind of having childlike energy where there's an imbalance, but I feel like for some of you, you feel very unheard, or like you're not really getting your way. In March, Justice in reverse. I don't know what you were doing. This is Libra energy, but like, I think especially if it was something court related, like you were trying to be patient with something, or I don't know, like the final verdict was just basically it didn't work in your favor. So I don't know if there was something that you had said or didn't say enough of. It could be maybe you broke up with an air sign. I don't know. Or broke up with a Libra. Or you and a Libra aren't speaking anymore. Or that Libra is just very heavily on your mind and you're regretful of something that happened between you and them. In April, we had the Two of Coins in reverse. Be careful not to be throwing your money in every single direction. This is usually a person who has to, make wise decisions, because without balance, they're going to lose one of them, basically. But in reverse, it's just kind of like, if you're someone who like loses your wallet often, or finds that someone keeps getting into your bank account often and you're always losing money, or maybe you have things on auto draft. Yeah, because remember I said in April there's a Mercury retrograde. Like, just keep up with your finances. I feel like some of you are going to throw caution to the wind, or just have that lazy mindset of, well, it's not affecting me now, or well, I get paid again, but that's money you probably could have used for something, you know. So just be mindful of that. In May, we have the Hangman in reverse. Some of you are missing an opportunity to take time to see things from a different perspective. Like, doesn't she look like she's just laying there peacefully? But actually, she's supposed to be seeing things in a different perspective. But yeah, I feel like some of you are avoiding that and just like living the bare necessities life, when you know like the bare necessities can only get you so far. And let's just say in June, 9 of Swords, you're going to be in mourning about something, or in deep regret about something, or just like, why did I let that happen? I mean, that is like, you know, in regret, but kind of reminiscing on like something that's no longer here. And since this is Swords, it could have been something with that same air sign we were talking about, the Libra perhaps, but if not, it could just be you mourning a past self, you know, how you were before things got rough, or before you had all these like financial interruptions and such. And I feel like you're being vocal about it because this is Swords. Swords are about communication. But there are some people, like, while they feel sad, there's some that are like, I mean, Taurus, if you got your shit together, that probably wouldn't happen. Like, come on, man. Okay. So then we have Judgment for July. And that entails that, that's still Libra energy. But I feel like someone is watching you and tallying up, like, your actions at this time. And I do see something going in your favor, like you're being blessed or rewarded for something. Not quite sure what it is, but it could be something court related, or something from like, you know, U.S. Department of Treasury. Like, some of you may have been owed like tax money, or there was money that wasn't calculated right on one of your checks, something like that. Or like someone noticed that like you weren't being yeah, like you know how sometimes people ask you to stay late, but then they clock you out and force you to work for free, but you know they want you to stay like an extra hour or two to clean up or something like that. Yeah, someone, I guess, like probably looked into that and decided to, you know, surprise you with your next check being bigger. I can see that. I'm not entirely sure though. We have to clarify. In August, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is the second ace in reverse. Like, maybe it's a water sign that wanted to court you or something, and you were like, no thanks. It was a new beginning for something that was emotionally fulfilling, and you were like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't know if that's wise, or if it was just something that you're like, they're not my type, or I've been hurt before, or I don't know. We're gonna have to clarify, because a lot of these cards I'm like, well, this is what I'm seeing, but I don't really know until, you know, we get like a second opinion there. In September, you have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Let's see. You're just not happy. Something's missing, and whatever it is that's missing, you know, I think it's this Ace of Cups. You're just feeling emotionally unfulfilled. And then when it goes from August to September, it seems like you're wallowing in it. Like, or maybe you just regret, like, you know, why did I tell that water sign off, or why did I not give him a chance, or whatever have you, or, you know, why didn't I try to do my best on my part to, you know, cherish the relationship. In October, we have the 7 of Coins in reverse. Be very careful you're not burning your hard work to the ground, or, you know, being negligent and then it just starts to catch fire, or somebody else takes credit for it, or it gets stolen, you know, those sorts of things. In November, you have the Chariot in reverse. Why are you, it's like, I don't know, Taurus, this is getting on my nerves, to be honest. It's like there's a full-on rejection of anything that could potentially be good, and then you just wallow in whatever doesn't serve you that causes you stress and colon disorders and, you know, heartburn and stuff. I don't know why you want to do this, but the Chariot being Cancer, now it could be maybe this water sign, if it is a water sign, is a Cancer, and they finally just moved on. You know, they're closing the door on what could be, this person has probably tried to support you emotionally, and maybe you were feeling like, you know, okay, I really appreciate them being around, but there's a part of you that just cannot let them in. You tend to have a wall with you everywhere you go sometimes. Like, I mean, of course you're not the most emotionally open person either, but as a fellow water sign, I'm a Pisces, it does get really irritating when we're trying to sit next to y'all and chill and, you know, be a good friend, and then y'all are like, thanks, but, you know, you should really save yourself. Come on, bro. In December, we have the Ten of Swords. The ending of a betrayal. You know, feeling like nothing matters. Sinking. Letting darkness consume you. What is that about? Like, you, normally you're one of the most cheerful people that I do readings for, and it's like, it's just sad to see this. I'm up getting, like looking around for this Apple Pencil that I have. It was done charging, but now I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere because I had to charge it with my iPad charger. And that's so strange. I don't know where I put that damn thing. All right, guess it's missing then. I'm gonna look for it later. Now we're gonna clarify because I'm a little anxious. I want to see what the hell is going on. You gotta talk to me, Taurus. What is it? Okay, so as I'm clarifying, things do turn around. It's looking like you have a fear of all these things happening. Not that they're gonna happen, but these are all worst case scenarios that kind of plague your mind a little bit, I think. I just need two more, Spirit, just two more. That's too many. I said two. I said two. Well, I'll take this one. All right. All right, I just need one more, Spirit. Okay, there we go. So we have the Two of Pentacles over the Ace of Wands in January, and the Ace of Wands being in reverse. So yeah, I think with this missed opportunity, you were juggling too much, or just waiting for a message to come in, waiting for your ships to come in, and ships can represent, like, you know, a abundance or something new, like a new destination. So you probably were getting word about whether or not you had a traveling opportunity for work, or, you know, just to move in general. And this, you know, this dog is bringing him lunch. That could also be a message, but that could be a message of like, hey, you know, don't forget to take care of yourself. For some of you, this is like a very caring partner. Or it could be a family member, like maybe a grandma, auntie, your mom, your dad, somebody. But you're so focused on, you know, I need to be at the right place at the right time. I need to make sure that I don't drop anything. This is very important to me. I have to, like, have everything well aligned. But, man, calm down. All right, in February, you have the Three of Wands over the Page of Cups in reverse. Your messages are coming in, but now you're sending out responses. And I think that might be like a conflict of interest there, because remember I said, like, some of you are feeling like you have to have these childlike outbursts where you're just like fussing, like, that's not the way that I wanted that. Why are you calling me this late? You know, why is this job taking so long? Like, you know, all this sort of stuff. But, you know, you're still, you know that, like, things are coming in, but you're also sending out, it's like as you're sending out messages are coming in. You see what I mean? So it's like, well, if you take a minute to stop fussing about why things aren't working, turn around, like, you know, maybe it's just late on arrival or something came up, like I said. In March, you have the Four of Pentacles over Justice in reverse. Please don't go crazy trying to flex and make it seem like things are more serious than they are. Like I said, with the whole justice thing, again, some of you probably thought that in court things were going to go a certain way, and it's not working in your favor, or better yet, there's an air sign that's trying to communicate with you, and you're worried, I guess, like maybe they'll steal from you. Or remember that whole gold digger thing? That was in February, though, I believe. And then I forgot what March was, but I think for some of y'all are to a point where you're like, oh no, I can't take any more risks. Like, you know, don't steal from me. My money is all I have. Da, 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 da. But there's a trap set out, and even the squirrel is just looking at it like, what is that about? Like, you know, you're trying to protect what you worked your ass off for, but no one is really worried about that. They're just trying to figure out, like, why you're throwing traps on the ground and stuff, or, you know, trying to make it sound like something is more deep than it is. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have to turn my fan back on because it's hot as shit in here. Ugh. I hope it's not too loud. It's just, it's hot and I'm starting to sweat. I can't do it. All right, so in April, we have Three of Pentacles over the Two of Coins in reverse. So, okay, you don't want to sit around juggling life forever. You want to be someone that teaches others. You want to be a mentor, someone that's taken seriously, or someone that people seek advice from. That could also be what that Page of Wands in reverse is about. Like, when you're like, oh, no one's listening to me, no one's taking me seriously, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, man, but are you taking yourself serious? Like, these are things you really need to ask yourself sometimes. Like, would you go to you for advice? Would you go to you for resources? You know, and you can't say yes to any of those questions, or you have an excuse like, well, I could, but, you know, I know my shit isn't together right now, but all we have is right now. You know, it's either you do or you don't in most cases. Not, well, I'm trying to be that person. No, just be that person, you know. Maybe it's not an overnight thing, but give yourself the opportunity to just chill out sometimes and not feel like everything needs to be an overnight success. Like, things will happen when it's time, and that's that. But if people really aren't taking you serious and you feel like you have to, like, act out for someone to respect you, it might be it's time to find new people. Again, now it's not to say you want people to bow down to you or nothing. He's definitely teaching them how to I don't really know what he's teaching them. Like, maybe he's teaching them how to cast a spell or do some sort of connotation. I don't really know. But they're learning something. They're watching what he's doing and they're listening very intently. So that's why I assumed that. Okay, next in May, you have the Ace of Pentacles over the Hangman in reverse. So rather than sitting and dwelling in trying to see things differently, you're trying to upgrade, you're trying to get that promotion, because this could also have something to do with career, or you're trying to move somewhere that is like the end game for you. Like, whatever this is, it's something that is long-term and steady, and you worked your ass off for it. So it's a new beginning to something. In June, you have the Star in reverse over the Nine of Swords. Yeah. 9 being about wish fulfillment. I mean, this is a cup, but if it was added on, there would be 10, you know, or 10 is something. But I feel like what was missing, or what you are missing, is when wishes did come true, or you were doing your healing. You're mourning the part of you that's not doing that. And I feel like some of you are in regret, like, you know, why didn't I take that time for myself, blah, 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 blah. Well, again, you have time to do it now if you want, but the future is always uncertain. Don't wait until the future to break down. Just like kind of work on things bit by bit. In July, you had the Queen of Cups in reverse over Judgment. Could be some of you are dealing with someone that's very manipulative. That, I mean, it could be a mother figure too. That they're judging you, or it could be a mothering air sign. But like with this, I feel like you guys are getting blessed. So I don't know if you were so focused on something being made right that if this water sign, remember the one we were just talking about, is popping up, they're in reverse because they just feel like there's no point in sticking around. That could also be someone you're going back and forth with too. I don't know. In August, you have Strength over the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're just, I think for a lot of you, rather than focusing on a relationship or giving it too much of your time, you do tend to ghost people so you can focus on yourself. And right now you're working on being more courageous, putting yourself out there, being more of a leader. Because it's like, yeah, you do, I think for a lot of you with this High Priestess in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, High Priestess being a Pisces card, which is a water sign, for those of you who probably didn't get that yet. But, you know, rather than focusing on being with someone, even if it is like an intuitively wise decision, you just don't have time for the love and affection right now. And I think that's what's missing. Like, for, again, Nine of Cups and this being the High Priestess, it's a major arcana, but this could be Pisces. This water sign or whoever it is, like, that gets you feeling more in tune with your emotions, in tune with your intuition, that gives you, like, when you wake up, you have a sense of purpose sometimes. Not necessarily just because of them, but they remind you that things can always get better. To believe in yourself, to be, you know, kind of nurturing. Hey, it could even be me while we're talking. But in all seriousness, that's what's missing, and that's why you don't want to date until, like, you know for a fact you're ready for this and can be open and give it your time. There's things you just have to work on. And you're hoping, like, there's a part of you that hopes that person will understand, but you'll also understand if they don't wait around for you. So it's kind of a sad love story there, but in October, you have the Five of Pentacles over the Seven of Coins in reverse. Some of you may be getting kicked out of something, or you may be leaving something and you didn't really want to. This is feeling abandoned, or feeling like you had to move on and you don't want to. And you're also worried about getting attacked or being harassed. Or maybe that is what's happening. So, you know, you're like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and be miserable forever. But remember I said be careful not to leave your hard work unattended, or something will happen to it. Yeah, like, if you have an agreement, like, you know, you're living with someone and your name isn't on the lease, or, you know, you're renting to own, or you're renting a home, but obviously the name is under somebody else. Like, I feel like there's a lot of going back and forth, and they finally try to have you removed because I guess you're not doing something they wanted you to do, or they raise the rent, you know, or they terminated your lease without your say so, or acknowledge, like, they didn't even let you know. You're just waking up to your stuff being outside and you're like, what? Like, oh, I emailed you and yeah, like, you know, you didn't respond, so I told you I have a new tenant, you had to get out, blah 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 blah. Stupid shit like that. That happens. It happens more than you think. And if it does happen to you, I'm so sorry, but you know what? You're going to come out stronger. Don't worry. But hey, at least I'm warning you. So if your lease is something that does, like, end around or on October, just make other plans, because I feel like someone is trying to, you know, just sabotage you in a way. In November, you have Temperance in reverse over the Chariot in reverse. So that's Sagittarius and Cancer. But I feel like you just, once again, there's no patience for this love offer or this blessing if it's not a water sign that you're waiting on, or, you know, a Sagittarius that you're waiting on, or Cancer in general. November being like, you know, the very beginning of the stressful holiday season, I do believe some of you will lose your patience and just won't see an opportunity in something because, like, you got too much going on. So it's hard to feel balanced. But finally in December, you have the Six of Wands over the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, shitty things did happen and you have felt betrayed, but that's the end of it. So now that you've acknowledged, like, okay, we can stomp that in the ground and bury it. I'm not worried about it no more. You finally do seek out this, what do you call it? That, remember we were talking about the Three of Pentacles? You seek out that opportunity to be a mentor, to teach people. Some of you may even just start writing books or doing, like, live coachings to teach youth, like, you know, you're like how to learn from your mistakes or how to look for opportunity in the worst of a situation, how to turn your luck around, that sort of stuff. I can see that for you, Taurus. Most Taurians, yeah, that I know, they're very good with children and the youth, but sometimes for yourselves, like, you just, I don't know. Y'all always want to be the ray of sunshine to other people. Like, maybe you don't spout it out for everybody to see, but you still want to help people. And I think that's very beautiful. You know, we need more of that in the world, to be honest. So we're just going to do one last card, and that will end the reading. I hope it has resonated so far. And if it has, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Give that community tab some love, because now I'm posting on it more often, as y'all can see, so there's no excuses. But, and make sure to support me on other forms of social media. You have all my links to find me, look me up. And if it doesn't resonate, that's totally okay. It's probably just meant for another Taurus or somebody with Taurus in their chart. Just don't force anything to fit, obviously. All right, let me get a super attractor for Taurus, please, Spirit. I need just one, please. I think this is the shortest reading I've done so far. All of them have been an hour or so. Directing my focus on what's thriving creates more of what I want. And I think that literally does match up to what I was trying to say for your overall ending for the reading. It just feels like, you know, rather than caught up in being in something that will only drag you down if you're not ready, especially if you have to, like, make all these commitments and you're just like, wait, but I'm not together, so why would I expect anybody to deal with me and I don't have my own shit together, that sort of thing. And people could be less, you know, angry and more understanding that you, Taurus, like, you can be very stubborn, you don't like to ask for help, but it would be a good idea to communicate, you know, let people know what's going on with you, so that way it's just easier to communicate. But with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next few videos that I have planned. Stick around for that. Happy New Year. Love you guys so much. Take care and be good. Bye. Mwah.